Hi, in today's video, I'm going to show you all how to make the most amazing Paruppu Usili you have ever tasted. So let's get started. This recipe has 3 parts, so make sure you keep watching till the end. We will begin by making our Paruppu Usili mix. Paruppu Usili mixture is like a base recipe and it's a fantastic meal prep idea. You can use it to make Paruppu Urundai Kuzhambu, or you can add it to your more Kuzhambu for an instant protein boost. Also, obviously, this is the base for our Paruppu Usili that we are making today. We begin by washing 1 cup of Toor dal until the water runs clear, and then we add 3 cups of water along with the dry red chilies and soak this for about 30 minutes, actually a minimum of 30 minutes and not more than an hour. Over soaking the dal over here kind of alters the texture and the taste once you finish steaming the usli mix, so I will not recommend soaking it beyond 1 hour. We have hydrated our Toor dal mixture. We will drain it completely in a colander. Let it sit for 10 minutes to get rid of any water that is there in the mixture, and then to a clean blender, also a dry blender, add asafetida, ground turmeric, salt that you will require for this particular usli mix, along with the drained Toor dal and chili mixture. You can see that I still have a few drops of water from the colander in the video, which is why I'm using my hands to take out the dal and transfer it into the blender. Please do not add any water while you're grinding this, and to make this Paruppu Usili mixture I'm not going to be using the grind mode, but alternatively use the pulse mode a couple of times. You can see that the mixture is slightly coarse. There are even a few whole Toor dal that you can see in the mixture. This adds great texture to your Paruppu Usili. Our next step is to steam this mixture. I'm going to be doing this in 2 batches. First, I'm dividing the ground mixture into 2, and then 1/2 of it I'm shaping them as balls. These will be frozen and will be used up in my Paruppu Urundai Kuzhambu during the week. The next batch, I'm going to gently press it out into a thick disc on my idiyappam steaming plate. As an alternative, you could also use your idli plates and press them out into your idli cavities in this step. The next step obviously is steaming. You could either use your instant pot or a regular idli steamer. So in the instant pot, I am using the steam function and I'm going to be steaming it for 25 minutes. Yes, the steaming time is quite long because it takes a while for the moisture to evaporate completely in the instant pot. However, in the steamer, that is in a regular idli cooker, it is only 15 minutes on medium flame. I do not know why, but it just works quickly and more efficiently in an idli pot. I'm just sharing the instant pot method over here just so that it's good to know. So once it's done, I'm going to run a knife through the mixture to see if the knife comes out clean. If the knife comes out clean, well, the mixture is steamed and all set to go. It's pretty much like cake, or you can think of it like dokla. You run a skewer into the middle of it to see if it comes out without any crumbs, and then yes, that's it. You can also see the frozen urundai shape over here, or the ball shape over here. I'm going to let them cool and then freeze them for later, like I mentioned before. As for the next batch that I pressed it out into my idiyappam mold, I let it cool completely and then I chopped them into small squares. Now I'm going to add these squares to a blender which is clean and dry, absolutely free from moisture, and then again using the pulse mode, I'm going to pulse it a couple of times to achieve a powdery mixture, a slightly coarse powdery mixture. Think of it like puttu. If you do not want to do this step, you could also crumble it using your hands, but I just find this much more professional, consistent, and it looks really nice, very pleasing to the eye. And this is how it looks once you have run it in the blender a couple of times. Make sure that your Paruppu Usili mixture is completely free from any moisture, and again your blender jar should also be dry. Even if there is a little bit of water, or if there is a little bit of moisture in your blender jar, your mixture can turn quickly into a paste and mush. I absolutely love cooking my green beans or kottavaranga or avaraka using the 0 minute method in my instant pot because I get consistent results every single time without overcooking my beans. So that's what you pretty much see in the screen. I place some finely chopped beans in a colander, put a tall trivet in my instant pot and then set it on the pressure cook mode for 0 minutes cooking and then did a quick pressure release. So the quick pressure release step is a really crucial step. If you let the beans sit in the cooker in the natural pressure release mode without doing the quick pressure release, then your beans will be overcooked. So now that the beans are done, set it aside and then heat a heavy bottom pan with some coconut oil. Yes, coconut oil is the way to go with Paruppu Usili. Pop some mustard, add some urad dal and curry leaves. When the dal begins to brown, add the steamed green beans and salt to taste. Remember that we've already added salt to the Paruppu Usili base, so go easy on the salt in this particular step over here and then reduce the flame to low and allow all the moisture to evaporate. Once all the moisture has evaporated and the beans has almost become dry, add the ground Paruppu Usili base, mix everything well and continue to cook until you have a dry mixture. It must have no moisture and it should flow freely when you sprinkle it from the top. Like in Tamil we say, it should fall like raindrops or mara pola uduranu appadinu solluvaanga. So that's what you have. Some gorgeous, beautiful Paruppu Usili that's ready to be devoured with hot rice and more Kuzhambu or Vatha Kuzhambu. Tell me how you like the recipe. We'll see you all in another video. Cheers!